Hello, this is going to be an easy and quick tutorial on how to do your Facebook covers in Photoshop. The first you want to do is create a new document with these dimensions and make sure it's in pixels. It's going to be the exact same size as cover, so you don't have to worry about what's going to be showing on the picture or how it's going to look like. The first we're going to do is go into layers. If you don't see it, go Windows and check this layer thing. Double click the background, you will unlock it, and with this little button here you can add as much layers as you wish. Double clicking it and naming them so you can keep track on them if you have like a bunch of them. This little eye makes it invisible. Whatever we do on that layer, let's see, like this we check and it will be invisible. If you click it, it's gonna show that it's hidden and that you should see it if you want to do something again. And of course, locking it, if you have a lot of layers, it's going to show you a warning again that it's locked and you should unlock it if you want to do something on it. Now let's add a color to the background. You do it with this little tool here. You have two options. As you can see, paint bucket tool, you choose your color here and just press it to color the background. And you also can color it by gradient tool, which you have options over here. You can choose one of the defaults or you can choose which one you want and just easily change the colors of it, adding as much as color as you want by clicking on the empty space and then just changing their colors, and removing, just click and drag out. So when you are happy with your decision, you click OK, and it depends on how you drag it. So you press your left mouse button and you see the line and you just drag it as you like. And when you're happy with your decision, you leave it. Then you have options right here on the top with the different kind of effects and you choose the one you like. Now adding a text to the picture is with this little tool over here. You can do it horizontally or vertical. We don't have to worry about layers because it automatically adds a text layer. So let's just type something. And then you press this little key OK. With the move tool, move it as where you want. Let's just move it up here. And now you have, when you press text and when you select all the text, you have these options. Now changing the text color, you can do it up here or you can do it here, it doesn't matter. You just select the text color you want, press OK, and then it's done. Changing the font, it's really simple. You just try out, as you can see, and you can download fonts and install it so you have more options to choose from. You can also change the text size and you can type your own as you like. It doesn't have to be one of these. And this little box here is to stylize your text. You have really a lot of options. You just click one and you play with this little sliders over here until you have your wished effect. If you don't like it after a while, you just select it none and it goes in its original state. Now another thing, you can stylize your text or any other layer, so it's not just about text. Right click on the layer you want to stylize and go with the blending options. Now we have this little box over here and I'm going to go really quick through all of them. It's all about playing and seeing what suits you the best. If you just click on this little box, you add this kind of effect that you actually click on. But clicking on the name, you have the options to choose the angle of the shadow, distance of the shadow, spread, size, and everything. And it's really about playing with these options and see what suits you the best. Now inner shadow, outer glow, inner glow, it's all about playing with the options and see what suits you the most. Now bevel is kind of a 3D. You have 5 options, like a 3D kind of text. You also can play with that. As you can see, if you change the angle, anywhere, like on one layer, it's gonna change the angle on the every single layer. Pattern is just like putting a darker shade on your text. Now these three are almost the same. You can't have all three, only one will be visible, and this is the first. So color overlay, of course you choose a color which you want your text to be. Gradient, you choose the gradient, or you can also create your own right here, and that looks great. And pattern overlay, the pattern you want it to be on it. Now the stroke is set in a line. You can choose the size over here. You can choose it outside, inside, and centerized, and just press OK. You see now all the effects that are on that layer. You can easily hide that menu over here, and you can change your options and styles as you go. So on the background you can do everything here. Adding a stroke, if it's outside, it won't be shown because it's gonna be outside, and I start to stutter. It's going to be outside of the document, so it has to be inner or centerized if you want to see the border for your cover. You can also add shapes to it by custom. You go here and you find something and you just drag it the way you want it to be. The most fun thing about to do is actually brushes. Now brushes, by default you have really little brushes, and they are like, okay, it's a shape, so we have to create a new layer like this or like this. Now this is definitely not all to the brushes. You can download brushes, and the best site I've seen is DeviantArt. You just type Photoshop brushes and you download the ones you like. You change the color here, and you change the size of the brush here. So you can see we have a big thing right now, and we can have also a small thing right now. And these brushes are amazing. You can do so much with them. Oh yeah, this, you see this is like big brush, and you can change the color. And I'm playing with this just too much because I just want you to realize how fun this brush is. If you kind of download more brushes, you can see the effects. Okay, let's change the color, make your cover unique. Okay, now let's talk about the order of the layers. As you can see, we added so much things on our cover divided by layers. So if I choose to see only the background, I click not to see all the other layers. See, on one layer I have a bulb, some brushes, text, and some more brushes. And we can move it with the move tool, and let's say we put it here. If we click on the text layer and we pull it up, the text is gonna be in front of the brush. So the one that is the first will be the most visible. If you know what I mean. Of course you have here in the layers, it's normal, but you can choose some other styles that you like. And as you can see, the hue right now, what it does is it's only visible on the stars. Now if you want to add a picture, you just open a picture, let's say this guy, and it's gonna open it in a new window. Now what you want to do is take this selection tool and select the whole picture part you want. You're gonna select it all with Control C, Control V. You're gonna paste it here, and it pastes it in another layer, so you don't have to worry about that. And now with the magnifier tool, it's a bad quality. You have a quick selection tool, so you press it and it's gonna delete you're gonna delete the portions you don't like. With quick selection tool or magic wand tool, just click it, and as you can see, you delete the portions of the picture that you don't want. And then with Ctrl D, you make this selection disappear. With Alt and magnifier, you unzoom the picture. If you have a big picture like this one, for example, and you want to cut out only this little guy over here, you have to unlock it to actually make something. You can use it with magnetic, which actually assumes, you see I don't click anything. You can click, but it goes the way he thinks he has to go, and sometimes it goes really nicely. As you can see here, it does really go pretty much. You have to be slow though, but I'm kind of in a hurry to do it, so it might not be perfect. Okay, so he's selected, and if we press delete, it's gonna delete the picture, but of course we don't want that. We want to delete the background. So what we're gonna do is right click on this selection and select inverse. What that's gonna do is delete the background and leave us just with him, and we can easily then copy it and paste it into our gay thing. And now with Ctrl T or edit and free transform, you get these little boxes. Now you can resize it with just dragging this little box, but you can see the picture is getting really deformed. What you want to do is press shift. It will automatically give you the ability to change the size of it without actually messing with the picture. Quality is bad, but once you click OK, the quality goes better. We don't see the end of the gun, so we have to like do it like this. Make sure it's all looking good before you save it. Now we go to File and Save As. Once you're here, you can choose, do you want a JPEG or you want a PNG? And you see your gay cover. Now don't do ugly colors like this one. This one was just to show you how to use the tools. Don't abuse the privilege of Photoshop by making ugly covers, and have fun with playing with the tools.